Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile Essence Hardcore. Last time around we ended up doing the Labyrinth and got our second Ascendancy in Cruel. Now that we got our Ascendancy, our damage is a lot better. Critical strikes ignore enemy monster elemental resistances. Obviously it's not really reflected in our DPS, but the fact that we're ignoring 75% resistances when we crit, and for the most part we crit, I'd say over 50% of the time, it is a very, very big deal. Pretty much doubles our damage, right? Double? Maybe triple. Maybe triples our damage. Either way, it's a very big deal. So at this point, I think we're ready to fight Malachi. So let's just start it off right here in the harvest. Look for the bosses, and hopefully we don't die. You know, let's not die. I I would really like to live. Overall, though, I'm happy with the way things are going. And you know, just judging by how things are going right now, we're off to a pretty good start in the harvest. Everything seems to get, you know, if not one-shotted, two-shotted, you know, very nicely. And this is our AoE spell. It's not even our single target. So I'm hoping that this we're gonna have some good results, you know, going forward, and hopefully this will take us all the way into maps. There really aren't that many more big time upgrades we can have on our weapons or on our gear in general. Maybe the amulet kind of needs some upgrade. The helmet needs upgrades. I ended up using my 5-link. And if you guys noticed from last episode, I picked up a 5-link while I was doing the labyrinth. Obviously, this item, if you look at it, it's not very good. I mean it's like the understatement of the year. This item really sucks. It doesn't have much resistance. It has some life, which is good, but everything else about it is bad. Only thing that's good about it, it's a 5-link, right? So we got Ice Spear, Controlled Destruction, Life Leech, LMP, and Spell Echo. That's sort of our AoE. Ice Spear. We also have a single target Ice Spear that's sitting somewhere around here. Over here, I think. Hypothermia, slower projectiles, and Spell Echo. So that's our other Ice Spear. The single target does 7.7k DPS, or 7.7k. The other is 6.4k. But we have to remember that we also have 270% critical strike multiplier. So we're not doing 6.4k. We're doing something more like 20k, right? 20, maybe 20k, maybe 19-ish. Basically, we're doing a lot of damage. Okay, so where do I want to stand for this? Basically, not the middle, right? Well, it looks like I can't actually permafreeze Dodecahedre. But I mean, we're doing pretty well. Let me just say. Okay, let's not stand in vulnerability. That's the one thing we don't want to do. But that was a very easy fight. So this is giving me hope. This is giving me hope that we'll be fine against Malachi. I mean, we're level 52, this area is level 57, so we have over-leveled ourselves a bit as well. And I mean, I guess, if this were Essence League softcore, or I guess softcore in general, I wouldn't be going through the trouble of leveling myself, you know? I would just go for it. We're in Cruel, we're not even in Merciless yet. However, knowing that Cruel Act 4 is probably the hardest, like, content we're gonna have for the next 20 levels or so, it's probably a good idea to, you know, take the time, get some levels. This is probably the hardest part we're going to have to endure for the foreseeable future. So, I mean, once we get into maps, like, they're hard, but not as difficult as this, I don't think. Unless you purposely choose to do some hard maps. But yeah, Act 4 Malachi, man. It's always such a big problem. Okay, let's put down a totem here. But overall, I mean, our DPS is great. Defense is still a bit of a problem. We're kind of going along the motto of kill them before they kill us. I mean, we have enough HP right now to take a hit, but I really don't know how big of a hit I can take. We don't have much armor at all. I have 300 armor, right? It's very, very low. I am just relying on Immortal Call and the fact that we have somewhat of a life pool and Mind Over Matter, I guess. If I had a choice, like the next item that I really would need, I think I want to replace some of my gear with pure armor, or armor ES at least, right? That's probably going to be necessary. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm still a little worried about Reflect, but for the most part, it doesn't seem to be affecting us that badly, which is good, I guess. But once we get into Merciless, we can really see the effects of Reflect, and obviously Reflect is one of those things. The more damage you do, the worse it can get. Okay, clearly this ghost isn't going anywhere. So maybe once we get later into the game, things will get a little bit more iffy, I guess. But at the moment, you know, Reflect, I hardly notice it.
What do you need now?
I see the mobs, you know, I see the auras on certain rare monsters that have Reflect, but I don't know. That I don't seem to be getting hit for too much, so that's good.
Fear guide you.
Okay. At the same time, though, you wanna. I'm quite sure that by the time we get to the end game, we won't be able to do Reflect maps. So, sure, like single rare Reflect monsters, you know, we can kind of tank them. But once we get into maps, if everything has Reflect, we will definitely die. So, we gotta keep that in mind, right? And I'm not here to make, you know, a build that can do all the maps. I recognize that, you know, maybe we just skip all Reflect maps, and I'm okay with that. Really, I am. Oh, we leveled. And apparently we killed a rogue Templar. I didn't even notice. I think we permafroze him? I'm not sure. Was this the guy? I don't think he ever hit me. I don't know. And that just shows how strong we are at the moment. Okay, finally, we're gonna get some mana and mana regen. How much mana regen do we have? Still 75 mana regen a second. It really isn't much. We need more. Right now, it costs us 75 to do one cast of Ice Spear. And we cast 2.5 times a second. So if we're regenerating, you know, 75 a second, and we're actually, you know, casting, or we're actually using, what was that? So 175 plus 35, 150, 180, 187.5 a second. We're losing a lot of mana, right? We're losing 112 a second. And that's 112 mana that we can't get back after getting hit by Mind Over Matter, right? Ooh, this is nice. I don't think it's better, but it's nice. Alright, let's just try and get through this area. I feel like now our build is probably strong. After getting the wand and just getting a bit more damage, like you can really tell a difference between the clear speeds. Just damage is so important, I guess. I never really realized that. Or I never really, you know, cared for damage. As long as I did, you know, enough, that's all I cared for. But like, look at this. Right now we can just permafreeze this guy. Oh god. That's a problem. Look at him. He can't do shit. And that's all because we have better damage now. I guess with a cold build, having more damage is actually quite important. Because the whole point is to either chill them for a long time or freeze them, right?
What is it, Exile?
Okay. I mean, do I want to keep this? 37 spell. It doesn't have enough spell damage. That's the problem.
I'm watching you.
Okay. Alright, one more boss left. But that boss fight made me a little worried. He seemed to do... obviously it was chaos damage, but his chaos damage chunked me for like a decent amount, I think. it was like up to here, so like a third of my HP. I guess that's okay. I didn't really pop any flasks. Okay, one more boss fight to go. And then it's Malachi time. The problem with this build is it can't fight a lot of bosses. Like certain things have, like Atsiri, I think. Atsiri cannot be frozen, right? At all. So how the heck am I supposed to kill Atsiri if I just can't freeze her? I guess I would have to go for like a crit non-elemental status kind of build. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so we decoy totem and just go for it. Does she freeze? Let's not get hit by these things though. Oh god. Okay, so Shavron is pretty tanky, I have to admit. Alright. And I think she's dead now. That was absolutely the easiest thing I've ever done. Oh my god. This is great. This is I'm feeling great. I just hope that I don't get insta-gib by Malachi somehow. I don't know. The whole point of this build is like, you know, you freeze them, you use a decoy totem so they can't hit you, but when you're fighting Malachi, there's just so much going on the map. Like you're bound to get hit, right? God. I'm scared. Here we fucking go. Let's put a decoy totem on this side. Resummon. Oh gosh. Let's put decoy totem again. Is it happening? Okay, he's taking quite a bit of damage. Okay, now for piety. Is she dead? Oh. She's still okay. Oh. Okay, we're doing pretty okay. What's happening? Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Kill me! I think she wants us to kill her. Okay, she's pretty dead now. Alright, I managed to freeze Piety pretty easily. I didn't really freeze Malachi, but what is going on? They get stuck in animation even though I killed Piety. It was stupid. He got to do like all this extra damage. Okay. Okay, let's try again. Ooh, can you get frozen, please? Oh god. This is scary. This is scary. We need decoy totems very badly. Get the heart of the beast. We're doing a lot of damage to it. That's good. Okay. Oh, let's not get shotgun here. Okay. And see if we can maybe freeze him. We're gonna have to use the AoE version of our Frost Spear. The single target isn't gonna work here because there's too many ads. Okay, we can throw a couple normal Frost Spears. He's gonna explode on top of me. Okay. Let's decoy totem up. Alright, another heart. We're doing okay, but let's not get cocky here. Dodge all this crap. Okay, oh my god. I got caught by that. Okay, let's turn over here. Alright, one more heart left. We're almost there. Okay, dodge this. Get the heart. Get the heart. Okay. Okay, there's only his final phase left. Ooh, I think we're gonna do it. I haven't blinked this entire fight. My eyes hurt. They're so dry. Ugh, let it be over. There's so much crap. Okay. Oh my god, there's just so much stuff on the screen. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Oh god. Please. Please. Oh, I'm doing it. I did it. I did it. We did it. Oh my god. Yes. All right. That was fucking amazing. Just amazing.
Your whole life, Malachi, when it was the one thing that would grant you true immortality.
Okay. Whew. All right. That was. I mean, we did very well. Like I gotta give myself a pat on the back right there, right? For the most part, I don't think he chunked me for all that much. Wow, this is a very nice belt. How much life does this have? I think mine has more. Mine has 120, 134. This one has 90, 101. It has less resistances, but it has some energy shield. It has very little armor. Okay, well, you know what? This belt, I'm going to keep it as one of my backups. It's pretty good. For a level 40 belt, that's pretty dope. Alright. What's in the guild stash anyways? So I am the last member in our group of friends that are still alive, or that is still alive in hardcore. Oh, I don't want to die. I really don't. Oyon. Diala. We freaking did it. It's time to go Merciless Strand. Or amazing. I feel great. Now we should be able to breeze through Act 1 pretty easily. Typically Act 4 is like easier than Act 1 and 2 of the next difficulty. Like, look at the damage we're doing right now. This area is level 56. Malachi's area is level 57. So just moving one act forward actually made the content easier. It's kind of backwards. That it's so backwards. It's actually kind of stupid. But I mean, this makes a good case for GGG to sort of drop Cruel altogether once we get Act 5 going. But I guess that's not gonna happen for another year or so, right? But even right now, like there are just too many acts to go through. Oh man, we wrecked Hillock. Didn't even get to move. This build, I have to say, this build is doing great. I'm loving it. Just friggin' loving it. I don't know what do I need. Oh, my resistances are actually kind of low. I need fire and cold. Let's try cold. Awful. Just awful. Sell it. Okay, so our resistances aren't maxed just yet. And a lot of it has to do with this thing. This armor doesn't have any resistances at all. The helmet is very shitty as well. Everything else, for the most part, is like okay. Like these boots have some resistance, it has some life. The armor has something. The rings are pretty crappy. We should replace them soon. There's actually a lot of gear that we need to replace. And for the most part, you know, I'm really starting to appreciate the benefits of trading. Oh, corrupted blood. The benefits of trading in this game, it really gives you a really big leg up, and that's like just me being very obvious, you know. Trading makes your character better, but for the most part, I was like, I don't like to go through the effort of trading. You know, I want to just do everything self-found, and it's, you know, it's kind of waste of currency. It doesn't feel like me beating the game when I trade, but at the same time, you know, like just trading like this, I feel great. Like, I don't feel bad about it at all. This is me advancing my character. I don't want to die, and the currency is farmed by me, so it's not like I got it for free or somebody carried me. It'd be different if, and this is one of the reasons why, for the most part, I don't like to party up with people I don't know, because I know that my friends all have terrible builds, right? Myself included. And when I party up with certain people, they have like amazing builds where they can clear the whole screen in like 5 seconds. And it kind of feels like I'm not playing the game anymore, and it's like I'm just sort of watching other people clear the game or beat the game for me. But yeah, but when I trade, it still kind of feels like, you know, like when I buy items, it feels like, you know, I earned this, you know. So yeah, and at the end of the day, you know, the build is still yours. Maybe the item isn't. Like, maybe you didn't find these items yourself, but the build is yours, right? And you can watch your build grow. It's really nice. Anyways, so how long have we been going? We've only been playing for 20 minutes, actually. It felt longer than that. Oh, there's a ghost. We're just gonna have to kill it, I think. Alright. So we are probably gonna get to prison and then call it an episode. I know there are some newer players out there. And I mean, we're already in Merciless. You've seen me do this twice already. But some players out there, you know, they still take a long time to get to prison. But for the most part, it shouldn't take that long. It's quite easy to get there. Oh god. As long as you know, don't clear the whole map, just do what you need to do. Just get her done. What is this? Resist elemental damage. But I pierce resistances, right? So I can just kill it? Yeah. Alright. So, for example, in mudflats, we really don't need to farm here. So let's just grab all of the glyphs. I mean, killing blue packs is okay, I guess. Where's the next one? Over here? Nope. Up here? One thing, the playstyle for this build is to make sure that you hit things from off the screen. If we had played sort of frost totem, or sorry, frost ice spear totems, we'd be fighting at this distance. Like, we would drop the totem right here and we have to run around like this. So I'm really glad I changed my mind halfway through to drop the totems altogether and go for self-cast ice spear instead. Obviously the danger of reflect is still there, but now, like, most of the fights are happening from, like, we're trying to hit stuff from off the screen, right? You know, like this. Okay, so reflect still does a bit of damage, as you can tell. Not as much, like, it's not a crazy amount of damage, but it's still there. So yeah, for the most part, instead of, you know, dropping a totem here and running around, we're trying to hit stuff that's like on the very edge of the screen. And that just makes this build a lot safer overall, I think. The fact that you can do that. Like, sometimes I don't even know what I'm killing, which is like a good thing or a bad thing, because you can, you know, accidentally die to reflect, or what else can you die to? Really, only off reflect. Or sometimes, you know, something can charge up and appear right under you, and you didn't see him do that. Kind of like if Malachi were... When I was fighting Malachi, I made sure that at the very least he was on the screen. Otherwise, if you try to hit him from off screen and he kind of teleports and slams you, you're not going to be able to react in time. So there are some intricacies to the build itself, and I appreciate that. You know, every build is a little different, and this one is just, it just feels very special. Okay, so I think I want armor, right? Armor ES is also an option, but I mean, it's not. Let's go for armor. And this boot is not that good. Fire and lightning res. My current boot has more, and it has chaos resistance. So too bad. How's this? Oh god, it's awful. Now, one thing that has been bothering me is the fact that we're kind of running out of currency. And you might be saying, what do you mean running out of currency? I see 56 jewelers here, 94 alchemies, 16 chaos. Like, it's not a lot, but it's like a decent amount. Well, here's my problem. I'm out of chromatic orbs. And obviously, I can go to the, to the vendor every level and try to, get some chromatics. And I do try, but it's kind of a pain in the butt, and I don't remember to do it. I have to go out, I think, and buy a couple chromes. I've been chroming a lot of gear, outside of recording. And like this thing, I think it took not too many. It took a couple chromes though. These gloves too, it took a couple chromes. I tried to get green, green, blue, blue, but I ended up getting blue, blue, green, red, which isn't exactly what I wanted. Oh well, what can you do, right? Okay. Anyways, let's get back into it. I think I took a waypoint. Gotta get to Brutus. What's the time? 27 minutes. Okay, we still have time. We still have plenty of time. Wow, our damage is really good. Really, really good. Even the AoE damage, the non-single target one, it's doing just fine. Which is good. That means all we have to focus on is, surviving at this point. And not dying to reflect, I guess. You know what? I think I have enough time to go do Flooded Depths. Let's go get that extra stat point. The earlier the better, right? Yeah, it's right here. Oh yeah, this feels great. Mana regen is still a bit of a problem. But you know what? Using Mind over Matter was surprisingly strong. Even though we don't have that big of a mana pool, it feels like we're taking a lot less damage because of... It has to be because of Mind over Matter, because we don't have any armor. So the fact that Mind over Matter is kind of suppressing a lot of the damage we're taking is really nice. I considered getting Arctic armor as well, but because I'm running Herald of Thunder as well as Herald of Ice, I really don't have the available mana reservation to do it. Otherwise I would. I feel like it would be pretty good. We're standing around a lot, casting Ice Spear, and in part that has to do with the fact that we don't have all that much cast speed, and because we don't, we kind of stand here for so long, and the fact that we're using Spell Echo, so we have to do a double cast before we get to move. Like cast and I try to move, it takes like a good 1 second before I can move away. It's a bit of a problem, it is, But for the most part, we haven't been punished for it just yet. But I recognize that it might just kill me. I don't know. Alright. Oh, there's the Dweller. And he is getting absolutely wrecked. Wow. Easy. Okay. I was hoping this helmet would be good, but it is clearly not. I mean, a helmet upgrade would be really good, and I feel like the helmet is something that we can. We're still at the stage in the game where we can find upgrades by ourselves without having to resort to buying anything. And the helmet is one piece of gear where it's just so crappy that, like, it's got to be pretty easy to find something that's better. But surprisingly, we still haven't found anything good. Like, this helmet doesn't have much life. It has 1 resistance, right? Like, if I could get a fire cold resistance helmet with like 60 life, I'd be happy. But it's not there yet. I mean, we could buy it for 1 chaos online, and maybe I will when I feel like I feel pretty weak or feel like I'm taking too much damage. But right now, I still want to. Oh my god, let's move back a little. I still want to have the satisfaction of being able to, you know, find my own upgrades. You know, that is quite satisfying still. Oh, careful, careful. Okay. Alright. Ledge! What level are we? 63? Yeah. I think the fact that we, you know, ended up finishing Act 4, killing Malachi, that's like... We're like 50% there, you know? Like, the hard part was just getting past Malachi, and the fact that we've done it already, I feel a great sense of relief right now. Like, I feel like we're gonna be able to make it to maps very easily at this point. Unless I somehow get one-shotted by Dominus. I guess that's the other thing that can kill me at this point. Or by Brutus, since I don't have armor. I didn't think about that. Oh man, it's 32 minutes? Gotta go faster. But at this point, our decoy totem is actually really strong. It's kind of annoying that I have to self-cast it, but I feel like if I put it on cast on damage taken, you know, the level of the decoy totem will be too low, and it's just gonna die all the time. The whole idea is, you know, I don't want to have to use cast on damage taken, which is why I didn't do like cast on damage taken curse or anything like that, and I did curse on hit instead. The whole idea is things shouldn't be hitting me anyways, and if things do hit me, you know, I'm gonna have some kind of defense available, but that's the whole point, is to try and get things away from me, which is why I'm self-casting decoy totem. So, you know, I'm casting it on the edge of the screen so that, you know, they go for that instead. You know, I'm shooting ice spears off screen so they get frozen off screen, so they can't get close enough to me. All this stuff is so that, you know, I can create some kind of distance. I don't want them to hit me. I don't want them... I have cast on damage taken, but I don't want to be forced to use it, you know? It's like my last resort. If cast on damage taken is triggering all the time because things are getting so close to me and killing me, I think I would have to reconsider my build. And it's gonna happen eventually, I'm sure. And at that point, I'm gonna have to, you know, think up another layer of defense so that when it does get close to me, maybe I can tank enough of the damage so I don't cast on damage taken that often. Having mobs being close to me is actually a really big problem, right? Like, we even got temporal chains for when they get close. But when they're close to us, you know, we're not critting. We're not doing, you know, the 3 or 4 times more damage that we're supposed to be doing. A lot of issues. So gotta keep the distance. Have that separation. It's very important. All right. Okay. Onwards. Oh God. Vortex totems are always just a little scary, you know. There's some mild butt clenching going on. If you're not careful, and you know, you're not really too sure how much damage it's gonna do until you actually get hit by it. But if you're not careful, it can really, you know, take you by surprise. Because the damage over time is actually quite quick, right? Okay, we seem to be doing fine right now, though. Life, no. Oh man, I can't wait till we get to maps though. That's gonna be exciting. Okay. So apparently, once you get a master to level 7, you can have all of them in your hideout. I was not aware of this, but if this is true, that makes leveling masters a lot more important. And I mean, I have been doing my dailies, but honestly, I haven't been, you know, going out of my way to look for masters. And my RNG hasn't been that good where I would find them all the time either. I mean, if I see them, I'll do it. If I don't, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Save it for another day. Okay. I was gonna say I'm lost, but now that I see this boss, I think we're going the right way. Okay. This has to be the right way. Alright. Lower prison. That's where we're gonna call an episode. Let's get to the waypoint real quick.
In this cage, evil claws at the bars and howls for freedom.
Alright. I think we're gonna get an extra item here or something. Got a skill point. Is that it? Really? Oh, there we go. So I need dexterity, and I guess it doesn't matter. So dexterity and intelligence, I guess. I mean, what are... I guess we kind of needed strength too, but we don't have that many red gems. Not important ones, at least. Cast speed, life, mana. No resistances. That kind of blows. At the same time, I guess we don't... I can craft some resistances on here. I would get more cast speed. I would lose mana. I would get a lot more life. Well, okay, you know what? Let's see if we have a master that can maybe give us some resistances. Blessing font. I mean, Elrion's at a pretty high level. Okay, so I can get I mean, I probably want fire or cold resistance. Let's go with cold, since the less cold resistance we have, the more likely we are to die to reflect. Oh, this would actually give us more mana. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be good. 24 cold res. Let's swap it out. This and this. Okay. And then, what nodes do I still need? I could get a 5% life node. That's an option. I could... Oh... Let me see. Hold on. Let me check my my ice spear build. I have a tree saved somewhere. What else do I need to get? I got this already. Okay. I need these. I need these 2 nodes, but we don't really have well, this would give me more elemental resistance. That's an option. What else? I have that node already. I could get this for damage. I don't think we're lacking in damage at this point. And yeah, that's it. Oh man. There aren't that many points left to go. I could get this, another jewel socket. Decisions. What decision shall we make? Okay. That means we're not gonna get any more mana regen, really? I need more. I could get these nodes. It's very small. Gosh. What should I get? Should I just start focusing on life? You know what? Maybe I'll get a jewel socket. Damn it, I don't know. I could get more life. 5%. I mean, at this point, our decisions are quite small. You know what? Let's go for the armor and energy shield, and then get 8 to all elemental resistances. Having more armor is good. Having more energy shield is good as well, since we can, you know, cast a bit more. Yeah, you know what? That's okay. We can get quite a few casts off before we actually run out of energy shield. The fact that we don't automatically regen energy shield kind of sucks, but I would prefer to have my life regen on here instead. You know, more survivability is always good. I don't know. I could get Zealous Oath. I could. And it would be 100 regen a second. But then I would have to pop potions all the time. Yeah, I'm not okay with this. Let's just put this away. Say thank you to the amulet. It's had a good run. We've had it for a very long time. And then... Oh. Maybe I should have identified this armor first, huh? I got cold... Oh, no, this has fire res. So I definitely sell this. And I sell this. Now, what do I do with this? I would lose life. I would get fire resistance. I would lose lightning resistance. That might not be good. $16 versus $28. I mean, I get more fire resistance this way. Mana lightning resistance does become a problem, but we can probably fix that somehow. Is this armor craftable? No. Okay, you know what? Either way, we're gonna go with this helmet. We got a helmet upgrade, basically. Gives us some more armor, which is great, actually. Let's get 4-link, sure. Yeah. There. And this one shall go into our backup tab as well. We're spending quite a bit of time just organizing our stash. But I mean, that's what you gotta do, right? Gotta do what you gotta do. Wailing Essence of Doubt. Let's put that here? What's the order for essences? I have my essences nicely organized. Doubt is here. There. Apparently, essences work in tiers, by the way. You got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and down here are the tier 4s. Every 4 of them is one tier of essences. And then you also have essence levels that goes downwards like this. So these essences, Zeal, Anguish, and Spite, they spawn in level 48 plus zones. These 4, they spawn in 30 plus. These 4 are 12 plus. And then these 4 are 1 plus zones. So I kind of organize them in this way. And when you use a Remnant of Corruption, you can actually get, potentially, you can get an essence 1 tier higher. So it's pretty cool. This whole Essence League, all these mechanics, it's very subtle, and you kind of have to figure it out on your own. But once you do figure it out, it's pretty dope. Anyways, so we ended up getting to the prison. We're at Brutus now. Next time around, we're going to do Brutus and probably Mervil altogether. We're going to have to figure out a way to solve our low lightning resistance problem. But other than that, you know, we still need 30 lightning resistance. We got to get that somewhere, but I'm sure it'll come. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, as always, you could leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.